Join me on an unforgettable adventure in Bandhavgarh as I share my incredible experience of spotting not one, not two, but 11 tigers in single round. From the trail of chase to the awe-inspiring moment of tiger sighting, I will take you through every exciting detail of my journey. If you are a wildlife enthusiast or just someone who loves tiger, this video is a must watch. Get ready to embark on a virtual safari with me and witness the beauty of this regal creature in their natural habitat. And if you want to see more of my wildlife adventures, be sure to check out my other videos. So stick till end and stay wild. Hi, this is in continuation to the magnificent Bandhavgarh in its part 2. And just before starting our journey into the Tala region of the core area in Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve. The spotted owl. This species is a nocturnal, but sometimes seen in the day. They roost in small groups in the hollow of tree or in cavity in rocks or buildings. Their eyeballs cannot rotate like other birds and mammals, but the neck is extremely flexible and can turn their head in 180 degrees. They are a very common species and have adapted to living in cities. The population trend appears. They are a very common species and have adapted to living in cities. The population trend appears to be stable, so it's evaluated as least concern. This brilliantly colored parakeet called plum-headed parakeet. Male have a plum-colored head while female have a grayish-blue head. Endemic to Indian subcontinent, where it can occur in any well-wooded area. The plum-headed parakeet is an endemic to Indian subcontinent and it is distributed all over India. The female have a greater role in incubation and raising the hatchlings. The kill we were talking about in the previous video of morning safari. So now it's confirmed that there is a domestic cattle kill. A big problem. The problem of stray cattle, diminishing dependency on cattle is the root cause of cattle kill. Beautiful moment of tiger cubs suckling to the mother, fully dependent to the family. It nurses with the mother until they are 24 weeks old. After that, consuming small solid foods along with the milk. Now we are back again to the same spot where we left in the morning safari. The kill is just behind this water hole and we are close to it only. Frequency of tigers during the summer month, and especially a day like today, which is close to 47 degrees Celsius. And also the kill is close by, so the frequency coming to the water is more. A very affectionate moment of a cub and a mother, but that is actually a form of communication with one another in order to be effective and fulfilling. It is a particularly common for mother and cubs to rub face with each other. When communicating to one another, the tiger will touch each other's body, rubbing themselves against one another. This itself is another form of communication. During this process, they will also exchange scent. In effect, introduce themselves to another cat. This helps them to form strong social and family bonds. Being summer of India are extremes, but the wildlife enthusiasts, there isn't a better time into the lush jungles of Indian national parks and wildlife sanctuary. When the scorching sun dries up all the minor water sources in the forest, denizens of the wild are forced to quench their thirst at the very few remaining water holes. This creates an ideal condition for the photographers to photograph wildlife, with a very high chance of tiger sighting because all the creatures will eventually pay a visit. Just await patiently around the water source. Yes, summer months are the best, but there is a trade-off. Though the Indian wildlife photographers generally travel in open safari vehicles, that makes it easier to spot birds and animals. But it is also exposed to the punishing sun, making dehydration a possibility. With temperature of reaching 40 to 48 degrees Celsius. Hydration can shut you down, so be properly hydrated. But in the end, you will come up with a beautiful photograph. This is the same water hole what we witnessed in the morning safari. The tiger urinating in the same drinking water where they drink and have a bath. The tiger urination in water bodies which carries the marking fluid. Therefore, the entire body is scent marked, as well as the rest of the family is also carrying the solid stamp of scent. By urinating, the tigers are actually transferring their scents from glands to the cubs. Now we are in another spot of Tala region in the open meadows of Bandhavgarh National Park, which brings many reasons to attract so many visitors from all around the world. This astonishing fort can be visible from any points from the core of the Tala region. Where we are now, one can definitely find the fabulous sighting of the magnificent hill of Bandhavgarh. The light condition now is not favorable as the sun is directly in front of us, and also the distance between the subject is quite a lot. The beauty of the Indian National Park is that you are likely to see a tiger quite often, so try and relax. There is nothing wrong with just watching them. In fact, it can be more rewarding. The tigress, along with 4 cubs, have started a movement towards the den. She is going to the right side of the meadow where the den is located. This time, with proper distance and proper light, I did not get the right spot, which was taken over by the videographer from BBC Earth. Egyptian vultures and deers can be seen as they have taken over the grazing grounds the time tiger left the meadows. This is a spotted deer. It is also called an axis deer. It is a native to Indian subcontinent. The spotted deer is perhaps the most beautiful of all the deers. We are lucky to find a pair of sub-adult male tigers who can be seen resting on the bank of a small stream. These sub-adult males are nearly 2 years old, who will be separating soon with their own territories in near future. This tiger will play the vital role for the healthy population of tigers. I am still in awe of what we achieved today. Seeing 11 tigers in one day is a very special moment, and I feel incredibly lucky to have experienced it. Bandhavgarh truly is a magical place, and I feel grateful to have had the opportunity to explore it. Well, my record still stands to see 14 tigers in one single round and 17 tigers in a day, and that was Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve. Friend of mine, Amin Bhai, the owner of the Tiger Inn and Wild Tiger Resort, hosted a Baiga dance performance in our resort where 20 or so men and women played traditional instruments, sing and perform folk dance. Their dance performance is so graceful and dressed in elaborate costume and headgears with woven grass beads and peacock feather shaft in the hair and heavy metallic anklets in the feet. The men played drum called mandar slung around their neck, while the women played theski, a wooden instrument with knobs that produce a clapping sound. This initiative not only envelopes the culture and encourages such traditions, but also helps the said community economically. These people of central India and native of Gond and Baiga tribe have been intertwined with the forest for generations, sharing space and resources of the forest with big cat and other species. The skill of this community traditionally lies in intimate knowledge of plant and animal. When the forest was declared protected area, many villages were relocated out of the national park, and access to the forest resources were restricted. Apart from farming, many locals now work as a park guide or at a lodge around the national park. I am impressed by the costume jewelries and wide areas of instrument. In fact, Amin Bhai told me that the group's knowledge of their tradition, song and dance had begun to fade away with the older generation. During tourist season, the group performs at different lodges and resorts to generate some extra source of income. In midst of the dance performance, to our surprise, I suddenly noticed a rare giant forest scorpion known as titanaceous. It's a large species of scorpion living in a tropical rainforest of India. The giant forest scorpion pincers are strong and capable of catching and crushing the brain, wherein the venom is relatively weak, most likely because it relies on more of a strength of its pincers than the potency of its sting. It holds the record of being the world's largest scorpion species. So what did I learn from this experience? I learned that even in the wild, anything is possible if you are willing to take a chance. And I learned that sometimes the most incredible experience comes from pushing yourself to the limits. Thanks for joining me on this adventures, guys. If you had any incredible wildlife experience, share with me in the comments below. And if you want to see more of my wildlife adventures, be sure to check out my other videos. Until next time, stay wild. This is Habib Nasser. Photography is my subject and I am open to learning.